It's ridiculous. It's obvious what's being done out here. It's on a nightly basis. I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
When it comes to drugs, pill pushers and takers, we are a country virtually out of control. If you're feeling depressed, to get relief, take a pill. Most of us are addicts.
Life gets hard sometimes, I know. So I'll be leaning, I'll be smoking my dope. I see your face everywhere that I go. It's the only thing that remind me of home. I'll be with my team, racing whips on the road. Rolling off a bean that I took at the show. Young limousine, I'm a backseat rider. She only call my phone when she think that I'm dying. Baby, you're the one for me, that's for sure. I just need your company, so rise up. Listen what you want from me, I'm so cold. You're the only one for me, I know.
They intend to turn the world into their conception of a Luciferian totalitarian socialist state. In the process, they will eliminate all Christians, Jews, and atheists. You have just learned one, but only one, of the great mystery. I hope to show that most modern secret societies, and especially those that practice degrees of initiation, and that is the key, are really one society with one purpose. You may call them whatever you wish: the Order of the Quest, the Jason Society, the Rosh Hashanah, the Kabbalah, the Knights Templar, the Knights of Malta, the Knights of Columbus, the Jesuits, the Masons, the ancient and mystical Order of Rosicrucians, the Illuminati, the Nazi Party, the Communist Party, the executive members of the Council on Foreign Relations, the Group, the Brotherhood of the Dragon, the Rosicrucians, the Royal Institute of International Affairs, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Group, the Open Friendly Secret Society of the Vatican, the Russell Trust, the Skull and Bones, the Scroll and Key, the Order. They are all the same, and all work toward the same ultimate goal: a new world order.
You're in a death battle now. You're in a death battle, New World Order. We know you're in one with us. Comprende? Comprehend it? We don't care what you say.
Right, you stay up playing fucking Minecraft Realms. I don't care if you built a fucking sick-ass... shit, what's a cool thing in Minecraft? I don't care if you built a baller-ass mob grinder. It's 3 a.m. and you gotta be awake at 7.
Other people have seen their friends die. I don't want anyone to see any of their friends die anymore.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to make another completely censored topic that YouTube's just going to try to stop you in any way they can to stop you from trying to hear this information. We got a great one for you, as you might expect.
Today is our 9/11 episode, and folks, I mean, let's really just have a moment of silence for that day. All right? I don't think anybody can understate how important 9/11 was to this channel, and not in a good way, but in a very bad way, in a way that we've already gone over before. So we're not going to retread those grounds. Today we're going over Big Pharma and basically every system at B trying to make you sick, and the fact that depopulation it's now. We're not waiting for depopulation anymore, people. It's happening to you right now.
Big Pharma is one of our most important topics because it really affects you, the common man, the one that your neighbor. It affects all of us. All the marketing that they push towards us. If you're not addicted to opioids right now, if you're not fucking addicted to heroin right now, you've gotten incredibly lucky because you're going through CIA strength psyops trying to get you fucking addicted, trying to get you hooked, trying to get you fucking prescribed on their medications.
And it really just goes hand in hand with two other huge facets of our economy, the fucking big food and big tech. Both of them, or not both of them, all three of them are raping your fucking mind, your body, and your soul.
They gotta get you hooked on the medicine. It's not about getting you better, it's about managing you. It's about managing your sickness. It's about keeping you fucking hooked on their medicine that only they can come up with. You can't have a patent on something that comes from nature. You can't just fucking put a patent on something that's already there in nature. You can only put patents on things you create. So they're not going to push their money towards making cures that actually just come from nature and actually help you. They're only focused on making cures or making things that manage your sickness, not focused on actually curing you, because then the profits will cut off. Then the money line stops flowing to them.
It starts when you're born. I mean, you're vaccinated in the first 5 seconds. They rub shit on your eyes to help with syphilis or something, even if your mom doesn't have syphilis. Then they get you the Hep B shot. And unless your infant is having sex or fucking picking up dirty needles off the side of the road, they're not going to have hepatitis B unless the mother does. Flat out, the majority of kids that are born in the United States nowadays have medications, are given pharmaceuticals that they already know they don't need, strictly for profit. This is not to help anybody. It's not like your kid's going to trip in a playground and get stuck with a needle that's going to have Hep B on it. That's not happening. They're not going to have sex whenever they're a fucking infant. They are just trying to milk you for every dollar you have.
That was exactly my thought process whenever my kid was born. I didn't get the Hep B shot because I'm like, why the fuck? I heard that clearly. There's no point in getting it. But then whenever I go to my doctor, whenever I go to like the big corporations, the only big hospitals that actually have the good technology that can actually treat him if something bad were to happen, all of them require you to be fully vaccinated, up to date, and they all required me to sign something that says he'll get the Hep B shot, basically, even though there's no point at all. It's just about getting every single person every single vaccine possible to make the most money in their pockets. It's not about actually what he needs. It's about what they want him to have.
The vaccine schedule is probably one of the most insidious, business venture, I guess, some sort of a profit.
They wouldn't let me have any of their pediatricians like at their hospital without having him fully up to date on his vaccines. If I chose to say that vaccines aren't safe and effective, I have to get like alternative doctors and shit. I can't just go the normal hospitals.
Right, no. I mean, it's all tied in with the fucking insurance too. It's all fucked. It's all corrupt. But anyway, what I was saying, this profit increasing scheme they have going on with the vaccine scheduling, it's probably one of the most insidious things that's ever been created ever. They have you set at certain parts of your life to just be fucked, just to make them money instantly. We know whenever they turn 5, we're going to give them a vaccine. We know whenever they go to high school, we have to give them a vaccine. We know whenever we're going to get this amount of money. We know when to spend. We know what to tell the stockbrokers, the stock shareholders, whatever.
Big Pharma behind the scenes is way more ruthless than most people realize. It presents itself to the public as a sector dedicated to improving the public health of our democracy and developing life-saving treatments. But in reality, it's a lot darker than that. The bottom line is these companies only care about the bottom line. It only cares about the profit. It doesn't care about fixing you. It doesn't care about finding a cure. It only cares about the money. That's all these rich corporations that are developing these drugs care about. If they can't fucking make money off of it, they're not going to put any money into it. It's as simple as that, even if it does help you.
And we really can't talk about Big Pharma without talking about Big Food and the fact that they are putting chemicals in the water to make the frogs gay. The amount of estrogen that's been increased in both women and men over the past decade is it sends shivers down my fucking spine. Did you know that chicks, like women, are reaching puberty, sexual maturity at like 10 years old, 11 years old now?
No.
All kids, they're having their puberties earlier. all the fucking pesticides, all the plastic, all the shit that you are taking in every day from seemingly just benign products are actually fucking horrific. They are increasing your estrogen, destroying all your dopamine and serotonin receptors. It's doing everything you can imagine. It's tearing up your sleep. I can't even fully describe how much shit it's tearing up because I'm not smart enough to even fucking comprehend it. I cannot even comprehend how bad it is for you to take in this amount of herbicide, pesticide, plastic. I mean, the studies are like a credit card of plastic a week now. It used to be a month, now it's a week. In every single food product that you see in Walmart, it has plastic or cardboard. And cardboard is in a ton of facilities with plastic. There's fucking nanoparticles of plastic in the air. They've poisoned everything. The air, the water, the soil, everything that you can fucking imagine. They've torn it up for profits. And what I think is obviously like depopulation and just not overt depopulation. We're just destroying your mitochondria, destroying your brain, Alzheimer's, cancer, it's all up. It's all up.
Autism.
Autism, it's all there. It's like 1 in 22 kids in California are diagnosed with autism. 1 in 36 throughout the United States. It used to be 1 in 1,500 back in 2000. What the fuck is going on?
It's clear there's a depopulation agenda going on, and it's clear that they're trying to break up the family unit. If without a strong male role model in the family units, without a strong family unit, it's just going to continuously make our population, it's going to decrease our population. If they decrease the education, they ruin the education, they ruin the food. It's just a depopulation agenda that they have going over time. That's why they understand that there's no money in the cure. There's no money in fucking fixing these people. They have the long game planned out. They have fucking 100-year, 200-year plans. Continuing a bloodline, continuing control over generations. They don't care about right now. They care about 100 years from now.
And that's just talking about big food. Let's turn to big tech. Blue light is probably worse than cigarettes. People, we can't fathom how bad EMF and blue light is for us. What's the first thing that you do whenever you wake up? You look at your phone. What's the first thing that you do whenever you take a shit? You start looking at your phone. We are so addicted to blue light, and we don't even know it in our day-to-day lives. We think we just, I don't want to go out and hang with my friends. I actually just want to go home and chill. Well, you going home and chilling is being on your phone scrolling through a bunch of shit on fucking TikTok, Instagram, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all burning your life away. It's destroying your mitochondria. And, I mean, we're all guilty of it because it is the most addictive thing that you can possibly imagine. Something that seemingly has zero health downsides, and it's free everywhere. It's all free. It's all there on a silver platter for you. It's just like porn. It's just like shitty food. It's all free. It's all cheap. And it's all there for you. Just reach out and take it. Just take it.
And we're in completely uncharted waters with this. We're in completely uncharted waters with everyone being addicted to their phones all day. The average screen time, I would guess, is around 8 to 10 hours a day. I don't really know what it is, but I would guess it's around there for just the average adult. And some more, some less. But this is completely uncharted territory. The amount of TV, the amount of we're staring at our phones, the amount of laptop addiction, just the amount we're consuming content.
Blue light addiction. Blue light rapes your fucking mind.
But we're also just consuming content. We just have to continuously consume content, so we're not actually stuck alone with our own thoughts. We just have to continuously avoid having our own thoughts and just letting whatever the news is telling us, whatever YouTube video is telling us. We just have to continuously have a constant flow of content so we don't fucking lose it, because our just government's fucking us just in any direction. Food.
The abject horror of life itself. They know that you couldn't handle it. They know that we need to keep these people placid. We need to keep these people basically on the level of sheep. It's been overused. People have been called sheep too much lately. But it's true. They want you to be like fucking sheep. They want you to produce. We take the shit from you. just, I mean, we don't take fucking anything that you need. We just take your wool from you. Your man hours, your fucking, I mean, you would be just doing fucking whatever with this time anyway.
And they take over the education system and just push their own agenda, and they don't actually care about what's really going on, the real reality. They just push their own agenda by having control of the education system, and then they stop, through lobbying, they stop actual research from going on into shit that'll actually help people. There's fucking shit that supposedly cures cancer, not fully cures cancer, but herbal remedies and home remedies and shit like that has much more help with no negative side effects, really. That is like, just anytime something like that comes along, the FDA just says that it's not effective, it's not safe, there's no way to pursue it anymore. Anything that comes from nature, they're going to try to turn away from. They're going to try to fucking continuously keep their profit machine coming in. They've done it with OxyContin. That's a clear example of it with Purdue Pharma. They knew how addictive it was. There's leaked documents from the inside. They knew all along how addictive it was, and they still continue to push it to the masses. They still continue to get everyone hooked on it. And now that's why the heroin epidemic and the fentanyl epidemic is so severe, is because they were so addicted to OxyContin, which is another painkiller. It's the same thing, but this is heroin, and fentanyl is just the street version of it. They all got hooked on the fucking oxys that the fucking CIA and Purdue Pharma were working together to push to the masses.
And, I mean, they've made their bank off of that, but, Dylan, their next biggest fucking creation just hit the market right now. Ozempic will probably be the single best-selling product in human history ever. The amount of people in this country that are obese is like around 72%. They are trying to get this put on Medicaid. They are trying to let you have Ozempic for free from taxpayer dollars, and they're saying from 6 years old and up, Dylan. They are trying to get you to take this fucking Ozempic shot every week from whenever you're 6 till the end of your fucking days. They are primed to make $3 trillion of this a year. If this bill gets passed, Dylan, a year. $3 trillion a year.
Is whenever you get on Ozempic, don't you have to keep taking it for the rest of your life?
Right.
That's so fucked up. I can't believe so many people are getting on Ozempic if they know that going into it that you have to keep taking it forever. Because then the price gouging on that is just insane. Once they get enough people hooked on it, the amount of control they can have over them, over a population, is insane.
And like what you were saying with the fucking natural medications, what's the word for it?
Herbal remedies?
No, fucking holistic something. It doesn't matter. Anyway, at the end of the day, they know that they need to keep treating you, and they cannot fucking stop. They can't have any of this shit that they can't patent on the market. So all that shit's out the window. Well, what do we do now? Well, we take all this shit and we serve it to you, tell you that it's going to help you. In all actuality, it's just drugs. And all drugs have side effects, people. There's not one drug that you've ever taken that doesn't have a side effect. Advil is a pain reliever, but it also increases your fucking, how thin your blood is. It's a blood thinner. Whatever. Every drug has a side effect. They're giving people Ozempic. People from what their plan is, 6 years old till the end of their days, on a drug that they know makes you frail because it totally destroys your want to eat. That's the reason why it works, but that's not helping. The reason that you're getting fat is because they're feeding you poison, processed poison. It's not because you're eating too much. It's because you're eating too much of the shit that they want you to eat. They're poisoning every facet of you. Fatty tissue liver cancer is up like the most it's ever been, and I don't know if you know this, but it's like the most dangerous fucking type of cancer you get. Like, people find out that they have it and they die 13 days later. They just have a pain in their stomach or some shit. The reason that this shit is up so much is because we are eating and drinking literal poison.
And
Go ahead.
And the Ozempic shit, the reason that it's so many people are on it is because that no doctors are actually recommending a natural remedy or a lifestyle change. They're just going to fucking push Ozempic because that's the hot thing on the market right now. So all the doctors are trained to trust science, and they just fucking push Ozempic onto the masses without actually looking into solutions that could have less negative side effects on the person. They've been trained to do it, and that's just what they're going to do because it'll make them more money. It makes them more money because it gets more people hooked. And this is where things get really bad, though, is because, like as Sam said, these drugs do have harmful side effects. And during the clinical trials, what do? They bury the negative data. They try to tweak the study or spin the results to make a drug look safer than it really is. You hear drugs being safe and effective until years later they're pulled from the market, and then the dangerous side effects you're aware of because they were hidden by the people who have the money, the people who are able to lobby for the giant pharmaceutical companies, the lobby for the changes in education, the education that the doctors are receiving, and they just don't care, and they're just going to continue to put money first.
And, I mean, if you were a doctor, you wouldn't do that shit either, unless you were a fucking idiot. The way that the medical system works in America is you go to fucking school for, 7-8 years to become a doctor, right? You get you get started out, you're doing whatever bullshit. You're seeing as many patients as you can a day because it's an eat what you kill system in Medicare, like the amount of people that you have coming through your office, the amount of kills you're getting, the amount of surgeries you're doing, whatever.
And you can't risk losing your practice. You can't risk going against the grain of what all the other doctors are saying, because then you could lose your job, and you fucking went $200,000 into debt just to get this job. So then what are you going to benefit from going against the grain and risking your ass whenever you have a family to feed? You're fucking $200,000 in debt to fucking an institution that charged way too much money for you to get this degree. You're just fucked, and you just have to go along with whatever everyone else is saying, even if you don't agree with it.
And at the end of the day, seemingly a doctor's job is to give out fucking drugs. That's what they want people to think a doctor is. A doctor used to fucking look at you whenever you were really fucked up. Now you just go in for a doctor's visit and they tell you, it's like a fucking mechanic now. It's like whenever you go into a mechanic, get your fucking oil changed, if you do that sort of shit. Kinda gay. And then they tell you X, Y, and Z of what you need fucking done with your vehicle. Well, all I wanted you to do was change the oil. I don't need fucking all this shit that you're telling me. Basically, they're telling you that it can't drive in 30,000 miles whenever you know it's fine. That's what doctors are doing to you.
The pharmaceutical industry is one of the biggest lobbyists in Washington. They pour billions into political campaigns, and they pour billions into fucking commercials. Every fucking commercial you look at is they're telling you that, oh, these side effects will kill you. But then they just show like you just happy with a dog in a field. You're fucking just chilling with your dog, chilling with your boy, just having a good old time. All the people in the commercials are smiling. And meanwhile, they're like, yeah, this shit will kill you. It'll cause internal bleeding. You'll fucking shit blood. It's going to be bad. Like, it's going to be real bad. But look at this. Look at this. You having fun with this dog. Look how happy you'll be if you take this.
I mean, everybody knows the FDA is fucking bought and paid for. It was pretty obvious whenever the fucking COVID vaccine got approved for fucking children. I don't know how in any case anybody could ever justify giving a brand new vaccine to children, a vaccine that we have no idea the future side effects of, and we still are getting told bullshit about it. So many kids are dying from fucking heart problems. Young boys, it's bad, people. The myocarditis? Is that what it is?
Mitochondria?
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like the damage of the heart tissue. Never mind. Some retard will correct me in the comments. It doesn't matter. Why the fuck is it happening now and not before COVID? I think everybody knows the reason why. I don't think it takes a fucking rocket scientist. You know why. Me and Dylan know why. We're not going to get into that. Fuck it. What we do want to know is why the fuck are they doing this to us whenever they know? Like, everybody in every field knows that what's going on is wrong. but it's still happening because it's the status quo, I guess. It's putting money into people's pockets that couldn't be fucked what the average man is going through.
It's so clear that you don't need to give your kids vaccines, especially as many vaccines as you are giving them. You could argue for polio, you can argue for some vaccines, but you get fucking 15, 20 shots before you turn fucking 8. I don't know what the number is, but it varies by state. I'm sure fucking California is just dosing those fuckers up with anything they can. You probably get triple-digit vaccines in California.
And, I mean, I'm not a fucking huge vaccine hater. I've gotten plenty of vaccines, and I'm a fucking truth seeker. I'm a fighter. But me and Dylan get tons of sun because we're out fucking working like beasts. You need to get the vitamin D. You need to fucking keep your eyes away from the blue light as much as you want, or as much as you can.
The autism rate's going up and shit. The cancer rate's going up and shit. It has to have correlation somewhere. And the vaccines, the more vaccines we take, the more fucking shit is going wrong with everybody. That is a correlation. Correlation does not equal causation, but we have to at least look at it. We have to at least do studies into it. And there are studies that have been done into it. And there is legitimate proof that vaccines are causing autism more than what they're saying.
And just now, kids are getting more and more vaccines and are outside less and less, running around less and less, and it's not fucking correlation doesn't equal causation whenever it's all correlating and it all makes sense. They're just fucking lying to you because they know that they've deceived so many people about so much shit, and they're just selling you the big lie. The big lie is Big Pharma. It is Big Food. It is Big Tech. The big lie is depopulation.
I legitimately believe at this point that there is a small minority of families, small minority of royal families or whatever that control over the world. There is like actually an Illuminati. Whether people believe that or not, there is a ruling class there is a small group that rules over them all.
Yeah, I mean, it's the billionaires.
Yeah, straight up.
The trillionaires. I mean, flat out, the people that have this amount of money, just think of what $1 billion could do just for you, just $1 billion. Then imagine having 100 billion. Then imagine having 300 billion like Elon Musk.
And it's not even just the rich people who have gotten their fair share, gotten their money legitimately. You can't really... Elon Musk has done some pretty shady things to acquire his money, but like creating businesses is what I'm talking about. People have done legitimate businesses that have made them fortunes, but I'm talking about people who have hoarded wealth over time that they've just gotten generationally. They don't have to do anything other than keep their wealth and just keep investing it over and over again and keep sucking the American population and the world population dry because they've acquired so much over time. They're off the books. They're not fucking legitimate. They're not legitimate businesses. They have all this money underground, under books, off the books, Swiss banks and shit, and they fucking just rule over us. And these are the people that are hooking us. These are the people that are making these decisions that get all of these Americans hooked on Oxycontin. There's a giant plan by Satan worshiping pedophiles, straight up.
There's a giant plan by the rich elite. People ask who? Who are you talking about? Who's they? They, you'll never know these people's names. They is the House of Sod. They is Goldman Sachs. They is whatever fucking big corporation you can think of. But at the end of the day, the people that have hundreds of billions of dollars, that have fucking trillions in assets, those are the people actually making the fucking decisions around here in this earth. The people that have the most money are always the people that have the most power. Flat out, you have the most resources. That's just the way the fucking world works. And it wouldn't be a problem. I'm no fucking commie. It's not like I think that everybody should get the same amount of shit or whatever. If you work hard, you should get more than people that don't work hard. It's obvious. But my problem is, why is the only rich person giving back is like Flava Flav in the fucking news? I don't understand why it has to be Flava Flav sending fucking young kids to the Olympics. Just, why can't it be Elon Musk? Why can't it be these fucking billionaires? Why does it have to be fucking Flava Flav?
Well, they describe their disguise their charity work as nonprofits. They describe their charity work as philanthropy whenever it's really only to avoid taxes. They donate money to avoid taxes, and they create nonprofits like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to avoid taxes. And then they just hoard all their money into this nonprofit and avoid taxes completely. Meanwhile, they're holding castles, they're holding hundreds of thousands of acres in this foundation, in this nonprofit. They're holding so much land, so much resources that's all gets growing untaxed. They sell it, move on, continue to take more money. It's a sickness, really. They never have enough. At least me and Sam, at least we have enough. At least we can go to sleep at night and say we have enough. No matter what Bill Gates does, he's never going to have enough. He's never going to be satisfied. He's like a serpent. He's Satan himself.
It's not a certain. It's a dragon, Dylan. It's a fucking dragon. These people are just dragons sitting on top of their hoards of treasure, and they go out and then they fucking take more from the fucking kingdom next door. They take more, they bring it back to their cave, and they keep fucking sitting on it. And they might hire out a tribe of fucking goblins to go attack you or whatever. The goblins are fucking big food. The trolls are fucking big pharma, and the fucking, I don't know, the ghosts are big tech. It doesn't matter what these people are. It's all a ploy from the elites, the rich. And I'm not talking the rich people that whenever you're driving down the fucking road, you look into a nice neighborhood and you're like, oh, fuck those guys. I'm not talking about those rich people. I'm talking about the fuckers that have billions. The people that you'll never see.
You'll never see them because they're sailing around the world on their fucking mega yacht. Their yacht that's worth more than any amount of money you'll ever make in your entire life. In your entire life, you'll never even come close to making a fucking 1/100th of the amount that he just spent on only his yacht. On the amount he spends on gas on his yacht is the amount it fucking takes, is the amount of money you'll make in your lifetime.
And you get up every morning and you go to work. And you work for probably like around $100, $200 a day, if we're being generous. And then you go home and you do your thing. And I mean, it's a simple life, but just knowing that there's people out there that spit on you, that if they saw you like on their like front lawn or something, they're like, call the police, honey. There's a peasant out there.
They have no care for you. That's why at the Bohemian Grove they have the cremation of care, where they cremate their care by burning the owl. They destroy their care for other humans.
It's an effigy of a child.
Whatever it is, it's definitely worse than an owl. But they cremate their care for you. They cremate their care of all of humanity. They worry about their own profits, they worry about their own pocket, and they don't care how many people have to die. They don't care about how many people get sick. They only focus on themselves and the others in their organization.
I mean, they're taken from Aleister Crowley and do what thou wilt. It's all bad, people. I've yapped enough this episode, but flat out, all you need to know is go outside more, try to eat healthier, exercise, and fucking hold her down. Hold her down, guys. There's going to be a big shift coming. I feel it. The big shift might not be in our favor, or it might be in our favor. It just depends on how many people have the balls to say something.
Fascism is when the state takes control of the corporations, and this is what happened in Nazi Germany. But today, the corporations have taken control of the state. The corporations have gotten so big that they own the state. They lobby for the state to make decisions. They lobby for certain laws to get passed. But the end result is still the same. We're living in a fascist dictatorship by the deep state. This is not a democracy anymore. They control our elections. They control our food. They control everything around us. And we can still have a great life. We can still continue to look for knowledge, continue to push forward. But this is the reality of what's going on. There's an effort going on behind the scenes to fuck you.
It's a slave planet, people. It's more than just a fascist state. It's a slave planet. You might not be the lowest of the low slaves. You might not be that starving children in Africa. You might be fucking pretty well off in America. But at the end of the day, it's always a ton of rich people using you for the labor that they know that they need you to do. The world can't function without electricians, without nurses, without X, Y, and Z. They know these things, and they keep up this facade of civilization whenever they know that it could be a utopia. That's the worst part about this planet Earth. It gives us everything we need, and just some people think that they should have a ton more than everybody else.
It's really great how in nature there's like a lot of things are infinite. Like, not infinite as in there's just an endless supply, but like water, and you can continuously grow your own food. Just by starting with one single tomato plant, you can continuously make more and more tomato plants. If you start with one weed plant, you can continuously make more and more weed plants. Nature is infinite. You can continuously grow more and more, and God provides you everything that you need in this world, and they're trying to take everything they can from you. Any dropling of fucking something that they can take from you, they're willing to take it because they don't care about you at all. They're psychopathic. They only want more and more. They continuously want more and more because they never have enough.
I mean, they're dragons in their caves, people sitting on their treasure. It's the poison of avarice. It's not even greed at this point. It's gone beyond that. It's fucking disgusting. And then they have us all roped into this shit too. Because every morning you wake up for money and you have to get money because you need to pay for your food and shit. And yeah, better society, it keeps everything going.
Well, this is just how society is now, but someone could like say start a Waco complex and try to make your own food and start a complex for town, but then we all know how that turns out whenever you see fucking shit starting up somewhere. We all see what the government is willing to do in a situation like that. That's why there really is no option. You have to wake up and go to work every day because there is no other option.
I mean, it happens with a guy just out somewhere living with his family, with his dog, and a bunch of fucking FBI agents roll up and fucking snipe your son and his dog and fucking kill your wife, and then you're the one going to prison. Ruby Ridge.
It's so fucked up what they're willing to do to you, and that's pretty much all we got to say. There's a concerted effort, there we go. There's a concerted effort by a fucking small group of individuals to fuck over the entire population of America, the entire population of the globe. And this is what's going on behind closed doors. This is what's going on that you don't see. This is the reality of what's going on. You have to take the red pill and wake up eventually.
They think you're stupid. They literally think that you are fucking retarded. They have no respect for your common sense or what you can see with your own eyes. And they tell you all this bullshit. And they fucking know that you'll believe it because everybody else believes it, so you will too, right?
You can see with the food, you can see poor people and rich people, you can just see the difference in what eating shitty, cheap food compared to eating good food every day. You can just see how much it improves your health. And they're feeding us slop. They're feeding us worse than slop. There's so much shit in the food that they're giving us. And they're fucking us in every which way. They're fucking us in the ass, mouth. They're fucking us in the ear hole, people.
A credit card of plastic every week. Don't forget that whenever you go to the grocery store. And if you think aluminum cans don't have plastic liners in every single one of them, they do. It's all poisoned. It's fucked, people. You got more?
I don't really have any more.
Well, we're not gonna leave you off in all doom and gloom. Me and Dylan are excited for the future. This is only 2024, people. 2025 is coming. The future is bright. That's all I know is we're going to keep making content. We're going to keep speaking our fucking mind. And, I mean, if me and Dylan don't upload a video, it's because one of us is dead. Remember that.
Yeah, it's good thing, though, that the debates happened last night, because I know that the next president, things are totally going to change. I know that my vote actually matters, and if I vote one way or the other, it's actually going to make a difference in my day-to-day life, and there doesn't actually need to be an awakening of the masses. We can fix it by picking the next president, just focusing on the WWE fucking circus in front of us, and not focusing on the real solutions, the real problems going on.
Go out and vote, people.
Make a difference in your community. Make a difference. If you can't make a difference in your country, make a difference in your community, try to help your brother and sister, your neighbors, and try to help just your family and try to be a good person. Try to focus on gaining knowledge and try to focus on being a better man. Well,
I actually do want you to vote. I'm not joking. Fucking fuck it. This half of Going Postal is making an endorsement for President Kanye West 2024.
And I'm making an endorsement for my YouTube channel, Going Postal Studios. I think you should check that out. Don't watch the debates. Fuck the debates. My YouTube videos are way cooler, Going Postal Studios. Nobody's made it to the end of this video. I know you all have clicked off by this point, but if anybody's still out there, you should really check it out. I only have like 11 subscribers right now.
Check out his shit, people. He puts a lot of work into it.
And I would like to make an endorsement. Check out my 9/11 meetup group. We talk about what's going on every Thursday. Every Thursday we just meet up and talk about what's going on in 9/11. So if anybody wants to get into that, fucking DM us on Instagram.
Don't DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm not actually gonna answer you. I was just joking. I don't actually have a meetup group. I just thought it'd be funny.
If you DM us on Instagram, we're going to come to your house and kill you.
Unless you're a famous podcaster talking about fucking making an episode with us, then happily reply. But fucking yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Fucking don't eat what they're pushing. Try to eat as healthy as you can. Try to get to know a farmer.
9/11, never forget.
Peace.